All right, guys. So I thought today I would drill some ICM spots, just sort of walk you through how I would drill and train some of these spots. So yeah, it's kind of a behind the scenes look at how we do this. So I'm going to click ICM down here, and then literally just going to choose a spot. This one's interesting. The big blind on 2.5 big blinds. Let's see. What do we really want to work on? So I think sort of like the higher ICM pressure situations, like what we should be doing. So here's a small blind on 5 bigs. That could be pretty reasonable. Let's try this one. So I think what we could do is just literally click and see the range to begin with. But I actually quite like this this drill feature. So let's just start with this big stack. So I think we're definitely going to be opening ace-x. Yeah, we're definitely going to open this. I think we get to fold 6 deuce though, and this one, this is definitely going to be an open. So yeah, because this guy's so short, I think we just get to open really, really wide. So I'm just going to keep clicking raise on anything that looks marginally good, and folding a lot of the trash. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fold, but I'm sure that we're going to get to a point where we get a hand and it's like, oh, that's actually an open, or that is actually a fold. Okay, we're doing all right so far. Okay, this is interesting. So ace-3 off kind of like is the bottom then, I would imagine, if we're folding that much. So ace-deuce off probably going to be a fold here. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. Maybe this is just like quite an easy spot. So yeah, okay, let's get up to 30. I think we're raising suited kings, and we're going to raise this one. Cool. All right, if we go back to explore, let's have a look at the range. Yeah, opening 32% of hands. Yeah, as you can see, ace-3 off is at the bottom. So you can either like pull up the range to view like this, or you can drill it and learn that way. I guess it comes down to how you learn best. This we're not going to be dealt all of these hands in 30. Obviously, there's more than 30 hands here, so you want to yeah, probably just do a bit of both. I think that's quite useful. But I like not looking at the answer straight away, because it gets you to think a little bit more rather than just looking at the range and then trying to memorize it, right? I just don't think that's that useful. If you're in this situation in game, let's go through this now. Like, it's folded around to us on the button. We've got a small blind who, whatever he does, we've got to, if we raise and he jams, we're going to call. But we're covered by the big blind, so that's going to affect the range of hands that we can open, because if we open, the big blind can just rip it on us, or 3-bet very aggressively, and we're going to have to fold a lot. Like, our risk premium against him is pretty high when there's a guy on 5 big blinds. Yes, we're 4th in chips, but we're not that far behind, right? If we double up, we're going to be the chip leader. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far. So let's drill it. Okay, we're going to be opening this one. We'll fold here. I just want to really just get to a hand. So like, king 7 off might be an open for chip EV, but I don't think it's ever going to be in this situation. I want to fold this one, honestly, and this is where, like, if this is wrong, this is like really good to think about. So, but I just think that if we open this hand, we're just gonna end up raise folding too frequently. Okay, yeah. So you can see, like, it does fold sometimes, it does raise sometimes. So I've got the right idea, I think, here. I'm going to fold 4-3. I think we get to open a suited ace though. 10-7. I'm going to fold. Okay, cool. We made a mistake. This is good. I sometimes feel like you see a coach making mistakes, like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. But like, we're not. We're human. We're not a robot. And making mistakes is good. So 10-7 is an open. So maybe 10-6 is a fold. Let's just carry on through. So a lot of these, like, we know are going to be open. King 4 suited. Suited kings seems to love it. This strikes me as a hand that I would want to fold, because again, we are going to be raise folding. We can call the small blind, obviously, but if the big blind rips, we're just going to have to fold. But again, that's a mistake. So I wonder, is pocket 2 still an open in this spot? I'm kind of surprised to see this hand go for an open, but yeah, that's why we're doing this, right? Okay, well, king deuce suited. We saw some other suited kings being open. King deuce suited though is a fold. And that's why I like pocket 3 still surprises me as an open. We'll get to, let's do to 30 again, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Cool. All right, let's have a look at the range then. All right, so yeah, kind of surprising that 2s is in there. Maybe that's just because, you know, we can just raise call the small blind. It's only one player we've got to think about in the big blind. We're opening 34% of hands. In a chip EV world, this is going to be well over 40. Honestly, I've not run, you know, chip EV for facing a 5 big blind, small blind, and yeah, somebody covers us in the big blind. But yeah, it's going to be over 40%. So we, you know, you can see our ranges is definitely a lot tighter. But yeah, ace-3 off seems to be where we're drawing the line here. King-9 off, 10-9 off. But yeah, pocket 2s is in there as well. Yeah, I wonder if like small blind has 15 or 20 bigs, whether the, you know, these hands would just drop out, because we can never call them and we can never call the big blind. So it's, yeah, something to think about. Okay, let's have this time. Let's have the button raise and the small blind folds, and we're going to drill the big blind now. As I mentioned before, like I think it's really good to not look at what the solution looks like, make some mistakes, and see what your original ideas are. So my ideas here is that we're going to get to rip some like bottom ace-x hands, top ace-x hands, maybe some small pairs, because we can get better hands to fold. So yeah, let's drill it. It's perfectly okay to make mistakes. Okay, so let's just make a mistake straight away. We should have called here with the 8 deuce suited. I thought because of his range was a little bit tighter, but having said that, like we cover him, like yeah, that's just an obvious mistake from me. Okay, we should call and maybe 3-bet here sometimes. 8 deuce suited, we're gonna redeem ourselves by clicking the call button. 8-6 off. Okay, well you can see I'm clearly just too much of a nit in the big blind here. Okay, we got some 3-bets with the 3 deuce suited. All right. Okay, we found an offsuit hand that we actually fold. That's good. Okay. Surely we don't 3-bet this hand. Why would we 3-bet this hand? Okay, well, fair enough. 10-7 off, calling, bit of 3-betting as well. Okay, well, we're gonna fold this hand. Right, we're getting better now. What do we want to do here? We're going for a 3-bet. Looks good. Call, maybe a bit of 3-betting as well. So what I'm learning from this straight away is that we're sort of mixing these sort of offsuit with a big card. Mainly calling, but going for some 3-bets as well. Some 3-bets here at 2. Nice to see. How are we doing? 15 out of 18. Not too bad after a very, very slow start. Okay. Yeah, call and 3-bet. Okay. Always 3-betting or some calling? No, I'm going to go call. All right, let's get to 30 again. I think we're doing all right. We're getting some repeat hands, but that's okay. All right, so yeah, let's have a look. So the first thing I said, and you can rewind the video, was I think we're just going to get to jam a lot of like weaker ace-x hands, some small pairs, some big ace-x hands. And as you can see, that's not true at all. All right, so we're not, we just don't jam any hands. So that's really good to see. And I think that when you're doing this kind of training or drilling, you can use other software as well to run some pre-flop spots whilst it's running. And if you don't want to wait for stuff to run, you can, just get DTO. Just come up with your ideas because they can be really useful to try and get better at these situations. So yeah, I mentioned before about taking a lot of the sort of offsuit hands with a big card to 3-bet. You can see that's what's going on down here. Some King-9 and King-8 actually as well. But we've actually got some suited stuff that we start 3-betting. Some suited aces down here, some Jack-5 suited even as well. And then we are going like 10s plus Ace-Queen to 3-bet. And if you wanted to, be like, okay, yeah, if we 3-bet here and he jams, like what range of hands do we call off? Or Ace-Queen suited is mixing, Ace-Queen off actually just becomes a fold, so you 3-bet folding Ace-Queen off, which is really cool to see. And then you're calling like 10s plus Ace-King. And you can, you could go back to the button, you could say, okay, this is what his range looks like when he's going to jam. He's going to jam some suited aces up here. going to jam like queens plus, ace king, and he's going to do some small 4-betting with aces. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you haven't already, grab DTO Preflop because it is superb.